Today, we are going to eat some of the best wanton mee in the south side of Singapore. We will be having a master chef version, some more Char Siu, and already one of the top 3 most recommended wanton mee that I got from you guys. And we are starting here at Zhong Yuan Wanton Noodle in Tiong Bahru Market to try their premium Char Siu Wanton Noodles. Welcome back to the best wanton mee. Let's get it, guys. How? It's 9:22. Wanton mee 是要辣一碗. Apparently, you can contact them directly. They leave their phone number there if you want to pre-order char siu. So I guess they had a big pre-order this morning, which leads us to order the normal version with char siu done with the lean meat. And although I don't think they use coloring, you can see that the marination has not permeated much at all. This marination is 2 hours maybe, and we got lean meat cut against the grain, which is nice. Anyway, let's get it. Man, I really wish I had the Bukit. Great noodle texture. I'm not sure how it looks on the Wiggle test, but the integrity of each noodle is so nice. Having a mouthful of noodles in my mouth is like I'm strumming a guitar. And thankfully, the flavor is not that heavy on the MSG. You can see they are going with this lighter Hong Kong style sauce, which is more watery. But the soup is still listening to Britney Spears. Okay, I said I won't mention it already. Oh, I have to say though, I think they season it with something. It's not purely stock powder. They add some sort of aromatics inside that I cannot really identify. No aromatic, veggie. The wontons are seasoned well. Although 3rd episode into this series, it's time to bring up the issue of size. How big is big enough? Some of you have raised that it's very common to order sui jiao when ordering yun tun mian. And for those who don't know, sui jiao originates from the northern part of China, yun tun from the southern part. And sui jiao has a touching background behind how it was invented. But the main thing is that it's significantly bigger than wonton. However, wonton these days are getting so small that sui jiao is actually closer to the ideal size or my ideal size of wonton. So how big should wonton be? Stop me whenever. Look at us talking about size like some teenagers. The char siu is also nice, but in a strange way. The marination is very light, very on the surface. So much so that you taste a lot of the original sweetness of the pork. This is very alike eating a pork chop. Like the middle part of the char siu is all untainted porkiness. Which is this a good thing? Is marination not going in the good thing? Do we want this? If anything, the quality of the pork they are using is pretty good. I don't taste any off flavors and it's pretty sweet. So, I don't know, saved by the ingredients I guess. I have to say the texture is on point though. How thick it is cut. Using the tougher lean meat and then cutting against the grain, it gives a very nice bite like zhak. I'm not even using my vocab, it's just sound effects nowadays. But yeah, it has a nice bite, yet it gives when you bite through. All done, time to move on to the second stop. Hello everyone, it's Editor. Tiong Bahru Market will be closed from 14 April to 14 July. So take note before going down. Wanton mee 5块一次. Yeah. Thank you. We are now at 115 Bukit Merah to find one Chun Wanton Mee. A queue like this took me 15-20 minutes. And it's interesting that they also sell frozen wontons for pickup. They leave their contact number there. And this will be the meta. In not more than 2 years, I think you will see hawkers do live selling in the off-peak hours, selling things that can be available for pickup that will not affect their operation. You heard it here first. Anyway, wanton mee, I got the $5 version. Noodles look really cute. And just now, we were talking about size, right? I got options for you to choose here. Is something like this more your size? Not big enough? Maybe something like this? Or maybe something like this. It could be that these are yun tun and sui jiao respectively, but I ordered yun tun mian, so I can't be sure. Anyway. Arguably, our first wanton mee of the series. The main draw of this plate are the wontons. The myosin developed really well. When you bite down, you can feel the bounce of that meat. In fact, even looking at the surface, you can see that lumpiness. The small wonton has double the filling of the average of the last 8 wontons we had. When you put it into your mouth, it's so satisfying. Like you have the bulk of the meat and then the very light flaps following. It's like swallowing a cloud of flavor. Wait. Yun Tun? And then the sui jiao. I'm positive this is sui jiao now because in the middle, there's a nice chunk of water chestnut that gives it that crunch, that difference in texture. Both the filling season really well, such that I hate that it is in this soup. Wow. I said I won't talk about this soup already, but like the noodles, very good quality noodles. I think y'all can tell from the wiggle test. Nice bounce, nice bite to it, but not cooked too well. If I zoom in, you can see a very obvious shine on the noodles, and this is cooked starch. It gives like a slightly sticky and slimy surface to the noodles, in which it had to be washed away by refreshing or shocking. Or like what I said in the last episode, the current hot basin has too much starch going. And this is kind of like a luck thing, because they're gonna change that basin every, I wanna say 30 to 40 bowls. So if you come in at the tail end of that, it's just too bad. The braised meat, nice as well. The flavor has permeated all the way in. Either that or they slice it before they braise it, but it is tender and very flavorful. The lard could also be either fried or stored a little bit better. This lard has either not lost all the moisture or taken on some moisture. It has lost a bit of crispiness, but nitpicking. All done, let's move on to the third and last stop. 干的一碗是5块毛。谢谢。We are now at Legend Wanton Mee in some industrial park in Bukit Merah. Anyway, I was on the way here, right? And I realized how red the blocks are in this part of Bukit Merah. And I was wondering, who thought it was a good idea to tell children the story of Bukit Merah? That was like our red wedding. Anyway, we are here at Legend Wanton Mee, and I got their signature dry wonton noodles. Ooh, our first proper char siu of the day. Damn, look at this birdness. Maybe this will fill the gap of not getting the pu jian tian earlier. Let's give this a go. Wow, this is like an exam question. Nothing is typical. In terms of being a wonton mee, right? This is the most outlying one amongst the wonton mees that we had. The noodles, the first hit. What is this liquid smoke? There is a funky smokiness that hits you that reminds me of liquid smoke. Liquid smoke is this ingredient where you drip a few drops of it to simulate the flavors of smoked food. I don't think they use that here. So the next better guess will be the roasting from the drippings of the char siu. And when you roast the char siu to this degree, the smokiness, the burntness that it gives, that somehow lends itself to the noodles now, is very unique. The wonton, I want to say, has Shaoxing wine in it. There's also another different accent. And the soup, while it may look typical, is white pepper and prawn, I believe. That's why I say it's like an exam question. The only thing that tastes like what it looks like is the char siu. And then on to the misses. I'm not sure if this is considered a miss, but there is so much smokiness here that I feel like I need to chase it with whiskey or at least a dark beer. I'm not sure how comfortable I am eating this for like lunch. I wonder if it would have been better if they called it smoked wonton mee instead. Maybe it would have tasted better if I knew what I was going into. But I can't really call it a miss because it's not that it's bad. It's good. Just that it's so smoky. It's more like this would be a very tough recommendation to give, cause like I really need to know that you like this kind of smoke flavors before I recommend this. But if you do like that, I don't know where else you're gonna find a smoked wonton mee. I have to repeat that having a good soup like this prawn soup feels good, man. It tastes like that legendary Calbee snack. Alright, all done here. Lots to think about. I'll see you guys at the cafe. We are now at Wild Seed Cafe at El Caf Mansion. I would not recommend walking here. It looked pretty close on the map, but it was all uphill from Legend Wanton Mee. Anyway, I got myself a iced wildflower latte. Very pretty. Anyway, recap. I want to moderate already. It's been 3 episodes, but we have went to 10 places. I don't know, do we moderate now or what? What I will say is, the overall texture of the noodles has been very impressive throughout the series. I came into this thinking that I'm gonna eat a fair amount of overcooked noodles, but it is far from that. I would say a good majority has a good snap to them. The wontons on the other hand, more than underwhelming, or I don't understand it the same. So are wontons supposed to be a pellet of meat with almost equal amount of skin that you can basically swallow whole, you won't choke? Or should wontons give a small bite of meat, you can put the whole thing in your mouth, you cannot swallow it whole, but after a few chews, it goes down pretty easily? Or to go further, should wontons be like a meatball where there is a substantial bite of meat that is dressed with the wrapping? I feel like my ideal as of now is somewhere between Cat 2 and Cat 3, but a big majority of these wontons are Cat 1. We need to eat more wonton mees. 1 plate I'll walk for the wonton mee, 2 plates I'll take a bus for the wonton mee, and 3 plates I'll go anywhere in Singapore for the wonton mee. And today's wonton mees get 222. All of the wonton mees today were great. Each have its plus and minuses, but overall, great wonton mees. And bonus point, all of them are within walking distance to each other. I don't know what is it about Bukit Merah. I only featured 3 today, right? But there are way more notable wonton mees in this area. There must be some sort of law behind the concentration. But for now, that's all I have for you guys this time. Thank you all so much for your wonton mee recommendations. It is truly one of the big reasons why I enjoy doing this series so much. To be able to hear from so many people about their favorite wonton mees is the best, most trustworthy food guide there is. Other than that, we are about set for all of the episodes this series. It's gonna be a fun one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!